Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share my thoughts on the Corsair Vengeance DDR5, a 32GB memory kit running at 6000 MHz with CL30 timings. I've been using it for some time, and it has impressed me in more than one way. The design is classic Corsair, clean, solid aluminium heat spreaders that keep temperatures low while giving the modules a premium look. The grey finish makes them versatile for almost any build. They don't have RGB, but that also means they fit well in minimal or professional setups. Installation is really easy. With both AMD Expo and Intel XMP profiles available, enabling the rated speed is as simple as loading the profile in the BIOS. On Ryzen platforms, the Expo optimization makes a real difference, offering stability without any manual tweaking. Performance is where this kit shines. The jump from DDR4 to DDR5 is noticeable, especially in memory-heavy workloads. Games feel smoother, multitasking is snappier, and content creation tasks like editing or rendering run more efficiently. The CL30 latency gives an edge compared to many competing kits that often run at higher latencies, so the responsiveness is excellent. Temperatures remain under control even during long gaming or editing sessions, and through Corsair's ICUE software you can monitor performance in real time. Of course, being DDR5, you need the right motherboard and CPU, and if you were hoping for flashy RGB effects, this isn't the kit for you. But if what you want is raw speed, stability, and a clean design, this memory delivers exactly that. In short, the Corsair Vengeance DDR5 at 6000 MHz with CL30 timings is a fantastic choice for gamers, streamers, and creators who want reliable, high-performance memory without compromise. If you're building a new system or upgrading to DDR5, this is one of the most solid and future-proof kits you can get right now. Another aspect that stands out with the Forge 120A is how beginner-friendly it is when it comes to the building process. Many people who approach PC building for the first time worry about how difficult it will be to fit everything inside or route the cables properly. MSI has clearly considered this, because the case includes several cutouts in strategic places, along with Velcro straps and tie points that help keep the inside neat. Even someone with limited experience can achieve a clean build without spending hours trying to hide cables. A tidy interior is not just pleasing to the eye, it also improves airflow and makes future upgrades easier. Speaking of upgrades, this case offers flexibility for the long run. The mid-tower format gives you room to expand your system as technology evolves. For example, you can start with a compact motherboard and later move to a full ATX model without changing the case. The same applies to storage, since there are multiple mounting points for both solid-state drives and traditional hard drives. If in the future you want to add more space for games, videos, or large project files, the case will already have the slots and bays ready to support your needs. Lighting is often considered just an aesthetic element, but with this case it also enhances the user experience. The auto RGB fans create an ambient glow that makes it easier to see inside the system even in a dimly lit room. It adds a sense of life to the machine, giving feedback at a glance that the system is running smoothly. For those who stream or record content, having a PC that looks visually engaging can even contribute to the atmosphere on camera, turning the computer into a backdrop that fits the overall style. Noise management is another quality worth underlining. While airflow is the main feature, the Forge 120A doesn't ignore acoustic comfort. The steel panels are thick enough to dampen vibrations, and the fans, despite being 6 in total, are tuned to keep the sound profile moderate. In everyday use, you can browse, work, or enjoy media without being distracted by a constant hum. During gaming, when audio from speakers or headphones takes over, the system noise remains low enough not to interfere with immersion. Finally, the overall value of the Forge 120A is very compelling. Cases in this price range often require you to add your own fans, or they sacrifice quality in the materials. Here, MSI provides a complete package with solid construction, a tempered glass window, 6 auto RGB fans, a mesh front for airflow, and easy maintenance through dust filters. It feels like a case designed to solve common frustrations builders face, while still looking attractive enough to proudly display on a desk. For anyone searching for a balance between cooling performance, aesthetics, and long-term usability, this case proves to be an excellent choice that goes beyond expectations. Another detail that deserves attention is how the Forge 120A manages the balance between airflow and aesthetics with its mesh front panel. Many cases that emphasize airflow tend to compromise on looks, often appearing too industrial or plain. MSI instead has designed a front panel that not only channels large amounts of cool air into the chassis but also looks sharp and modern. The mesh pattern creates a sense of depth, and when the fans light up behind it, the whole front of the case glows with personality. It gives the system a distinctive look without overwhelming the eye with too much detail. It is also worth highlighting the versatility when it comes to cooling configurations. While the 6 pre-installed fans already provide a very strong baseline, builders who prefer liquid cooling will find mounting options at the front, the top, and even the rear for radiators of different sizes. This means that you can start with air cooling and later transition to liquid cooling without the need to replace the case. The top of the chassis, being completely ventilated and protected by the magnetic dust filter, is especially suitable for mounting radiators, ensuring hot air rises and leaves the system efficiently. The tempered glass side panel is not just for looks. It also reflects MSI's attention to detail in how it is mounted. The panel uses sturdy screws with rubber pads that prevent vibrations and make it easy to remove without risk of cracking. For builders, this is a small but important feature because it means you can safely open and close the case multiple times during upgrades or maintenance without fear of damaging the glass. The clarity of the panel allows your components to shine through, and paired with the RGB fans, it can turn even a mid-range build into something that looks premium. From an ergonomic perspective, the Forge 120A is designed to be practical in everyday use. The top-mounted I/O panel places USB and audio connections within easy reach, which is particularly convenient if the case sits under a desk. There is no need to constantly reach behind the computer to connect a drive or plug in a headset, which saves both time and frustration. The power button is also positioned intuitively and feels solid to press, avoiding the cheap or wobbly sensation found in some budget cases. Internally, the case is very builder-friendly. The PSU shroud not only hides the power supply but also offers extra space to tuck away excess cables. This creates a clean look inside, but more importantly, it helps direct airflow more efficiently, preventing cables from interfering with the circulation of air. For anyone who has experienced the frustration of cluttered builds, this feature makes a big difference in both performance and aesthetics. Durability is another aspect that should not be overlooked. The steel construction feels rigid and resistant to bending, even when panels are removed. The paint finish has a matte texture that resists fingerprints and smudges, keeping the case looking fresh even after long use. The glass panel has a thickness that inspires confidence, while the filters and mesh materials are fine enough to trap dust but strong enough to withstand repeated cleaning. Over time, this durability ensures that the Forge 120A continues to perform and look like new, even after years of operation. Looking at the bigger picture, the Forge 120A positions itself as a case that fits different kinds of users. Gamers will appreciate the airflow and RGB lighting that create both performance and atmosphere. Content creators will benefit from the cable management and radiator support, ensuring their powerful systems stay cool under heavy workloads. Even casual users or professionals who simply want a clean and reliable build will find it appealing, thanks to its durability and ease of maintenance. It strikes a rare balance where style, performance, and practicality meet without compromise. In conclusion, the MSI MAG Forge 120A Airflow is more than just a chassis to hold your components. It is a well-thought-out foundation that enhances cooling, simplifies building, and adds personality to a PC setup. With its combination of 6 auto RGB fans, tempered glass, mesh airflow, dust management, and versatile compatibility, it delivers a premium experience at a level that exceeds many expectations for a mid-tower case. Whether you are building your very first system or upgrading to a more advanced rig, this case is ready to support you at every stage, proving to be a reliable and stylish companion for years to come.